Hi everybody, I'm Matt from the Art Therapy Studio, and we're back with another Expressive Art Thursday video for you today. And my guest today.
Hi, I'm Katie Boland from Eliza Bryant Village, and Eliza Bryant Village is a community for seniors in Cleveland where we have skilled nursing, adult daycare, a independent housing program, as well as an elder justice center for seniors who are experiencing abuse.
Great. Thanks so much for joining me today, Katie.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. So what we're doing today, folks, we are going to use the arts to stain paper with tea. And we're also going to use some watercolor pencils with that just to add some color to it. So what we'll do, I'll show our materials and then we'll get started. So I'm going to just tilt my camera down to look at our materials. So I'll kind of share those. So we have our paper. This is, we've used this before for recording with our videos, watercolor paper, any kind of mixed media paper, anything thicker to kind of hold the water, and it doesn't really saturate the paper to make it mushy. We also have our tea. So I recommend using a dark tea. Just tilt my cup there if folks can see it at home. Using a dark tea preferably just so it shows up with the staining on the paper. You can also try a different type of tea if it has a color to it. I think that would be great. It's really interesting. More lighter teas probably wouldn't show up as much, but you can experiment and try those too. And always make sure to steep your tea before you start for, I'd say, a good at least hour before so it stains well. And then we've got our watercolor pencils. These are really cool to use, a little different than normal color pencils. These will create the look of more of like a paint to it, but still have control as normal color pencils do. Okay, get our paper set up. We're kind of using the tea bag today as a paintbrush.
So Matt, I'll thank you for dropping off all of these supplies to us. I know that I personally don't have these supplies in my office, and I'm in the adult daycare art room right now to give everyone a real feel for pre-COVID when we were open.
Adjusting to COVID and all that's gone along with that. All the reworking we've had to do, getting used to that new normal.
Now, do you have a shape in mind that you're trying to create, or are you doing a little abstract?
Mine's more abstract right now. You could use shapes if you want. You could put designs in. You can even alternate, even trying like watercolor pencil, the tea bag staining, you can alternate those if you want. I think that's a really cool idea. Yep, and anything that sounds good to you.
We have these face masks that we're allowed to wear around here. They have our logo, so I might try and make our logo.
Great idea. I like that.
A tree and a little sun, earth. So I think I'm gonna move my camera down. So
very cool.
Okay, we'll see what happens. I did not go to school for art, which I'm sure you did. So I'm confident this is a judgment-free zone.
It absolutely is. That's one of the best things about art therapy is it is absolutely judgment-free and your art skill does not matter. It's all about self-expression. Has there been any artwork folks there have really enjoyed? Anything to just kind of help them through this, this new normal, like I said, with COVID and everything now?
Yeah, it's been a challenge. And you know, we've had a lot of help from the community and we're so grateful for that. We have donations. I had a recent donation of several individuals got together and created personalized Mary Kay gift purchases, you know, creams and things like that for everybody here. A lot of handwritten cards come in from churches and from businesses, just really trying to lift the spirits of our residents and our activity team is working to really create some individual activities, and art is a great way to do that, where you really can kind of be doing something in your own room, really get out of the current headspace that you might be in.
Definitely. I love that. The isolation part's been really tough on folks, I keep hearing.
Yeah, it's been tough. We've had a lot of use of our iPads and our portable devices and things, where we've been scheduling FaceTimes between families to get some visits in, electronically, which has really helped. As much social distance celebration as we can, where everyone is still safe.
Right, absolutely. Have you found using, iPads, things like that virtually to connect with families, have you found that maybe some families have been able to connect more now than they have previously at all?
That's a really great question, because there are a lot of our residents have family members who don't necessarily live right here in Cleveland. So yeah, it's been a great way for people to actually reconnect with more individuals than maybe they would have had their loved ones actually come into our campus in Cleveland. So, while COVID has been hard, I think that what we're trying to do, and our residents help us with this, is, look at the positives in it. And, for us, it's just been, Eliza Bryant's been around for almost 125 years. So we've always been here to care for vulnerable seniors. And this has kind of highlighted the importance to the work that we do. And I'm sure you've experienced this from getting to know our seniors, that, everyone just deserves to age with dignity and grace, and
Absolutely.
learn a lot from other people's experiences. And so we're just really blessed to still be here and still be able to learn together, as we're all learning every day with the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Oh, you're using your finger there. Oh, that's clever. Okay.
Yeah, just trying to blend the colored pencil in a different way. It's coming out pretty cool. It's really picking up the color with the T and then just moving that around.
Oh. It makes it a little bit more abstract.
Yeah, definitely abstract.
Now, is this a project that you would have normally given to work with the adult daycare participants?
Yes, that's a great question. Yeah, I think this would be great. It doesn't require a lot of steps in the artwork. It can also be very relaxing in a way. You just kind of create. It's very fluid. You might not have a lot of control when you use the water with those, but that's okay. Jumping into it, seeing what happens, not being worried about maybe controlling the art. But if you want to, you still could. I'm even just kind of moving the colors around now.
I mean, as myself, I have not done an art project in a very long time, but it's very relaxing. You don't really have to, really no mistakes. And sometimes that's a nice feeling in today's world, is just to know that you can fix it or adjust it, or
Absolutely.
no mistakes. So
I felt like that was my mantra a little bit with the folks there at Eliza Bryant, where if we did make a mistake, I always try to share with folks to remember that, can we, like you said, can we fix it? Can we adjust it to where we don't consider it a mistake anymore?
And I've learned so much. I get to interview and speak with a lot of residents and participants and housing tenants and just seniors and their families who come visit our campus. And the power of sharing stories and sharing your experiences, I think is so important. And
Yeah.
those stories a lot in our mission, in our history. And sometimes those stories, you don't even need words. Or to ask a senior who might be a little bit shy or, might not be so comfortable to share their story, they might be able to paint a picture that would really be able to tell their story in a much different way.
Absolutely. That's a great point, where the art definitely helps with more of the nonverbal part of engaging, where you don't have to talk if you don't want to. You can just create.
I could get lost in doing this. I think we should do this weekly, Matt, me and you, okay? I'm going to talk to my boss.
You got
This is
it.
going to be my COVID self-care, me and you.
Oh, I like how your piece is coming out so far with your colors. Wow. Really interesting.
I feel a little bit proud of it, and I didn't really expect to feel that way. And so I think that was probably another unanticipated benefit that our seniors experience in doing art therapy. And I know it's one of the favorite activities, as we have some programs that are specifically tailored here for seniors who have gone through some hardship and some tough experiences, and maybe reliving those memories might be a little difficult for them. So we're very thankful and lucky to have some great partners like you and music therapy that come in and provide individual therapy sessions and group therapy sessions. And I know that our team and our residents have really said that they really enjoy this. And now I can see why. I might have to hop in there a bit more often.
Yeah, so happy to hear that, the impact it makes on folks. When I remember when I was there, just folks sharing their story, that's one thing I love to really just listen in on.
There's really a sense of community among all of our different programs, which I think is really unique and really great for the seniors here.
Yeah, that support is so important.
And we probably are all learning that a little bit more.
So I'm gonna wrap up soon.
Yeah, I think I'm coming close to the end of my Picasso project here. I'll sign it so that one day people will know it's the original.
Good thinking. This is not a copy.
Yes. This is my coronavirus creation. I think so.
Okay, well, before we wrap up, if you want to say anything else about your artwork today?
Well, I'll hold it up, and it's an interpretation of our logo that represents that Eliza Bryant Village is here. We are remaining here. Our essential healthcare workers are here, and I'm just representing them. And I know we're so thankful to everyone who's come in, and we just want to celebrate them and highlight them and our residents and our seniors. And this was a very nice way to relax, and I would definitely recommend that everyone go and try an art experiment at home.
Great job. Thank you so much for sharing that. Mm-hmm.
Thanks for inviting me, Matt. Appreciate it.
No problem. Let me show mine really quick. Mine was more abstract, like you mentioned, kind of hard to see. Let me tilt it this way. Colored pencil on this side, so blue, little just blips of pink, some green. The water really kind of took over at some points. And then the tea staining it really lightened with the colors. Even for folks at home, if you're making this, you could let the tea sit, the water sit, and then just that stain will really kind of dry and make more of an impression. Well, thanks so much again, Katie, for joining me today. This was awesome. And thanks for folks at home for watching today. And we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.